Hello, this is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the paper Aquilegia, also known as Columbines. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. You could also find the supplies listed below the video along with a template to cut with your Cricut, Silhouette, or other cutting machines. First, I cut the center and the petals on white cream cardstock paper and use watercolor green with this watercolor travel brush that is linked below. I color the fringes except the round tips in green, front and back, and then I go back and use yellow alcohol markers to color the round tips on both front and back. You need to make sure you let the watercolor dry before flipping it over. You could also leave some white fringes with yellow tips, and some you can do the green. I saw that there were both versions of these centers. Then these Columbine flowers usually come in bluish purple, but I also saw some reddish ones and thought they would be perfect for Valentine's Day. So I will be using red watercolor and color the whole flower. You don't want to over soak this when you are using this watercolor brush. Then set to the side and let it dry. Get the other petals ready. These are the top petals and you will see these tabs on one side on the left. Make sure you are turning them all to the same side and first go in with just a clean watercolor brush. I am using two brushes, one that's clean and one that has the color. First, add the clean one to add some water in the center area, and then go back with the other brush to add a little bit of red in between. You'll see that it feathers out, and we are trying to create a gradient look, so let the water feather out the pigment. Then stroke down on the center. I also fill in about halfway onto the bottom side tabs as well. Repeat this step for the total of 5 petals. Then go back to the flower shape. This should be dried. Flip it over and color the back side. Then let that set to dry and go back to the small petals. When they are dried, flip it over and this will be our back side. And the back side is not as important. So I don't do the clean brush water. I just directly add the red watercolor on the center tab only. I start with a white cardstock so that I could add watercolor, really because of these small petals to add that gradient look. You could also do purple or blue watercolor for these flowers. Then get the center fringes and glue that to a floral wire stem. And I use hot glue first just to fully anchor the wire, and then I use white glue to finish the rest. Then fluff out the fringes. And get that flower shape and curl the petals in and go back and curl the tips out. The shape of these are really random, so you can curl some more or less. Then poke a hole in the center and add that to the floral wire and add hot glue below the center fringes and then attach the flower. Then go back to the smaller petals with the white and red gradient. Have the center tabs facing up and the gradient side facing you. And use this poking tool to shape the center tab by curling it in. It should kind of fold in, but I don't want it to fully crease. Then curl out the white tip. Again, the gradient side should be facing you. And I have the side tab on the left side. I add glue onto the second corner before the center, and then I take the right side and cross on top and glue those ends together. Then take the tab corner and the right corner and fold up. Then you will see the tab stick out on the other side and add glue on there and fold it over. It should connect and look like a loop on the top. Then Shape back the center tab to curl back. Repeat these steps for the rest of the small petals. There should be a total of 5. Once you have all the 5 petals ready, add hot glue now on the corner of where that crisscross was happening. Then we will be adding these in between the gaps of the flower petals, and there should be a little bit of space where the petals could sit on top. Add all the white petals on top in between those gaps. These flowers also face towards you, so make sure you are making it curl towards you, and some face down. And you could also curl the floral wire so it faces you, or some fully facing down. Then there should be 3 different versions of leaves that also comes with a pair that should meet together. Add white glue, add a thin floral wire, and sandwich with the pair. Then there is a little bit of stem on the leaves and the floral wire. Gather them and add floral tape to cover and make a few branches. These flowers can be potted like a plant or pair them with other paper flowers in an arrangement. You could also try making them in different colors. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.